Hello cricket lovers and welcome back to the sunshine of the Costa Blanca here in Alfest P. This is the Sporting Alfest cricket ground in a lovely location on a beautiful day, nice sunny day, temperatures now in the 20s. We'll have a high of around 20 degrees as we get ready for this contest between Costa del Sol, the champions of Andalusia, and the champions of the islands, Mallorca. Both teams looking for their first win in the national finals, playing their last match. One team will keep the 0, the other one will change that 0 to a 1. That's what they're looking for here. So the battle of the wooden spoon here. Welcome back to everybody. Hello to Dave, Helix and Christopher Ward, and also a good crowd here at the Sporting Alfest cricket ground as well, where Dida and Kate in the clubhouse are keeping pretty busy, keeping everyone fed and watered. It's a lovely Sunday. It's great that you can join us as we get ready for the action. See that it will be Costa del Sol. We'll be having a bat first. And they'll be hoping to make a good start with the bat. They've got some good players. It just didn't click. I think as we take a bit of a misfield there. A run off the very first ball. It going back to yesterday. Let's take a look at the way the teams went yesterday. Costa del Sol in their first match. They've had a first 94 they put on against Sporting Alfest. Alfest knocked us off with 14 balls to go. And then, of course, they did have Pakake in a lot of trouble, restricting Pakake to 89 for 7. But in reply, only managed 79 for 4. I think they'd be disappointed that they didn't get that victory. And if they had got that victory, certainly with the way things have gone this morning, with Pakake going down to Sporting Alfest, as that one's played away quite beautifully for 4 runs from Lee Rimmer. He's been in good form, Lee. He scored a fine 50 not out in that loss to Sporting Alfest when, even with his 50, the team only made 94. But Costa del Sol, I think they'll feel that they've got the players here. I know they did. There was a couple of players that dropped out the last moment, which caused them some issues. But they didn't perform to their potential yesterday, so they will be a little disappointed that they're not competing for that final spot a bit later this afternoon. But they'd like to go and finish with a win, that's for sure. I think Lee Rimmer needs to go well here. Mallorca, on the other hand, they're the sort of new boys on the block, aren't they? First time that they're playing here in Alfest, first time taking part in the national finals, and they were well beaten by Pakake 132 to 70 first up, and it was very much the same against Sporting Alfest. Well, gets booed on this chase to try and get there, but the battle wins the battle. There's Scott. Let's get to the other end pretty quickly. But yeah, against Sporting Alfest, only made 55 in the 10 overs, 6 down. No batter really got going. And Sporting Alfest, of course, knocked those off, only needing just 26 deliveries to do so. Yeah, that's a good delivery from Singh, only just missing the edge. Good job, Braithwaite. The umpire out with him is umpire Naveed. Christopher Ward enjoying that shot played there from, it was James Scott. Got the boundary away. Some subtle changes in the field. Rimmer does like to play very much on the leg side. By Naveed just having a chat here with one of the fielders. I think probably. Yeah, I think the fielder was, just inquiring how many. Inquiring out with the umpire how many can go out. I think Naveed says 2, so he goes back on the boundary. So you've got mid wicket on the boundary and long on here to Rimmer. And Rimmer then goes outside the off. That's a glorious shot. This could actually go all the way. And in fact, just drops short of the boundary. Going to be 4 runs. Lovely shot from Rimmer. I'd like to see that. I think yesterday he was trying to play too much on the leg side, and he got a little bit carried away with that. particularly when it came to the second match, and he got himself out doing so. But it's if you've got those shots, we'll play each ball to merit, and that's what they do. It's a good end to the over with that boundary. It means they'll take 10 off the first. And they certainly will be wanting to maintain that. Good at it. Sunny Singh certainly wasn't, well, it was sunny yesterday. It wasn't very sunny for him. It was a bit gloomy and a bit miserable. And he's hoping that maybe he can ignite Mallorca here today. Singh goes for 10. 10 in the first. That's up and probably away. Going, gone. It's going to be 6 runs. Shakalagia. It's beautifully picked up. Just tossed up there. And that's the way he likes to go. It's a lovely shot. It clears that. Clears the boundary quite easily. Big hit. Oh, that's smashed. Absolutely smashed. Oh, lovely shot that is. There's a Rathor out there who's been given an opportunity after hitting a big 6. He now hits this one firmly down the ground. Actually, Rathor. That's a crunching hit. Beautiful shot. Showing that he's got all the shots. Putting one over square leg for 6 and now hammering this one straight down the ground. And that's gone into, goes into the road. Really good hit here. This is Kanwar Shabazz doing the bowling. They've opted to go with a little bit of spin here in the power play. Oh, it would have been a good catch. It was smashed. Yeah, that's going to hurt. Shaking his hand around. Well, yeah, at least it's still there. That was absolutely hit hard. And this is as well. That will go all the way. 6 carreras más. Ginna zona que guay que genial que grande. Eso es un grandísimo 6 más. That's a lovely shot. Beautifully played. Now Rathor and Rimmer going well. That's a wonderful hit. And Paul Kempin saying 6 and 4, hungry for more. That's absolutely right. And he is hungry for more as he hits another 6. Shabazz going for 16 here. Tosses this one up as well. And that also gets through the gap. And that's going to be 4 more. Some wonderful stroke play here from Rathor. And I suppose it's tough to say if that was a catching chance. It was absolutely clobbered. And it was Mohammed Ali Bajwa who, I think he was hit by it more than he had a chance to try and catch it. Wasn't able to hold on to it. And after that, it's gone 6 and 4. This is a big over. And that's not a good delivery. That's going to be called a wide. No contact on that. He's disappointed he's missed out on it, I thought, but he'll be bowled again. Hello to Nikita Gonsalves. Nice of you to join us on this. Oh, what is now? Well, I was going to say what is now Sunday afternoon, but we are in Spain, and even though it's gone past midday, the afternoon doesn't really start until about 2 o'clock. So I'll still say buenos dias to you. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. A wonderful start to the Sunday. End of the over. And that was an expensive one. 22 come from it. 32 without loss. Mentioned earlier today, it is zero tasking day today. It's a day that you do nothing apart from watch cricket, chill out and step away from your daily grind and give yourself the opportunity to recharge, leading to a more balanced and healthy lifestyle. Safari one here from Singh. He's just come back to bowling second. Good start as well, good areas. Like the change being made here from Costa Del Sol. Rathor being given a chance at the top of the order, and he's going well. And, well, that's the end of him. Full, straight, right through him, hits the stumps, knocks them over. And that's the end of Rathore. But he's done his job, hasn't he? He's got them off to a good start. It is the power play, that's what you need. And Singh gets his man in the end. Rathore will go for 26. Quick fire 26 as well, though. 2 big sixes, 3 fours of the 11 balls that he faces. I mentioned yesterday, Costa del Sol, they have got a number of good batters and good players. They just never really clicked yesterday. Looks like Andrew James is making his way out there at number 3. Still got the likes, of course, of Long Burns, Manav Naik and Samir still to bat. Got the players, just didn't click yesterday. Hoping to have a better day today in the one match that they're playing, going to win. It's a little bit of movement away there from Singh. Bat on ball. And off the mark straight away, James. It is at this field. So far the 2 men that are back are behind the keeper, third and final leg. And that's well bowled again, just bowling with a little bit of extra oomph. This morning is Gurdeep Sunny Singh. Gets that one past Rimmer. Rimmer, of course, yesterday scored 50, batting through the innings, 50 not out of 27. Against Sporting Alfaz, but never really got any support from the other batters. Well, he has this time from Rathore. It's a glorious shot. You don't have to run for those. That's exquisite. Top draw from Rimmer. Lovely footwork. Gets to the pitch of it. And he threads this through the offside for a delightful 4 all along the deck. Cuatro carreras. Gurdeep goes a little bit fuller. And Rimmer onto it straight away. And this one defensively played with soft hands, and ooh, that one probably would have been close, you know. I think if this hit, a direct hit, I think the batter might have just been short of his crease. James running to the danger end, will get home. Rimmer takes the single, and we'll go back on strike. Good fiery spell there from Singh. Deserves that wicket, 1 for 16. Costa del Sol, 38 for 1. A few people commenting on the kit of Mallorca. Well, there it is. Nice look at it there. Certainly got the splash of the red and the yellows onto it. A few people were saying yesterday it's a bit unusual to have a predominantly white kit when you're playing with a white ball. Yeah, Mallorca, remember, they are a new team. They're probably, I'm sure next time we'll see them, they'll have maybe a bit more of a more appropriate kit to go with this shorter format. Christopher Ward saying that shot from Rimmer, probably the shot of the day so far. I'm not going to argue with that. It was a lovely stroke. White ball. First one there's from Nazim. Not surprisingly, Shabazz doesn't get another one after going for 22. And that's crunched, and there's no fielder there. It's too short. And the Rimmer is going to munch them up all day long if it's there. Nazim doesn't get that one right at all. Easy hit. Now, of course, we are outside of the power play now, so you can spread this field a little bit. I think that's what they're looking to do here. So you've got a long on and long off back. Extra cover now goes onto the boundaries. Doesn't quite get this one out the middle. Should just be a single. Will be. The Rimmer hands the strike now to James. Yeah, quick look at this field. So pretty standard field now. Square leg, mid wicket. Long on, long off, and a sweeper out the offside. Those are the 5 that are allowed out after the power play. That's up in the air. Fielder's probably not just going to get there. Just dropped short. We'll take the single. James hands a strike right back there to Rimmer. Field looking lovely. Glorious day. Lovely sunshine. Temperatures now about 23 degrees. Very little breeze. Lovely day just to come on down to this beautiful ground. And just find a spot and watch the cricket and enjoy the sunshine. And that's what a lot of people are choosing to do on this Sunday. Zero tasking Sunday. Also World Ballet Day today. Ballet is more than dance. It combines art, strength and culture. I've certainly seen a bit of ballet fielding from some of the players. World Ballet Day shines a light on this fascinating world. It aims to inspire and draw new fans while also giving a nod to those who've loved ballet for years. From live rehearsals to engaging stories, the day offers a unique look at the dedication it takes to master ballet. World Ballet Day. Let's see if we're going to see some ballet style cricket. Well, it does use his feet to come down the track here. And a little bit disappointed, doesn't get too much of this, but Rimmer does like to play in those areas. Gets just a single this time for his efforts. But good to see that he is prepared to use his feet. It's Shabazz who's still contemplating about that over. That went for 22. And that's the difference between using footwork and not. As James stays planted in his crease and plays at a shot but was never at the pitch of it. Top ball. Won't mind that, I suppose. It means that Rimmer will go back on strike for the start of the next over. 47 for 1, going well. Costa Del Sol. 4 overs completed. The 9 coming off that one from Nazim. So after not a good start of the first delivery, he's come back well. Looks like Hassan is going to bowl over number 5. Hassan Sabtain. That's a quick check this field. Don't see any changes. Keeping it as it is for now. Rimmer makes that a little bit finer than he was hoping to do so. Was looking to get it in the gap of the third. Who's pretty fine in a catching position. It was almost like in a wide or deep gully position. He was looking to get that between him and the man who's standing at a regulation point. Probably was looking for a wide here, I think. James, it looks like he was shaping up to play the shot down the ground and then held back, leaves it, and ends up being a dot ball. And that's got what it hasn't really got too much of that. They will want to come back for 2 there. That's very good running from both the batters. They're on the same wavelength. Talk about a bit more about this day. All Souls Day is an annual event celebrated today, a key celebration in several Western Christian faiths. And, well, if you're a Bollywood fan, happy birthday to Shah Rukh Khan, Indian actor, born today in 1965. Yeah, happy birthday to Shah Rukh Khan, one of the big stars of Bollywood. Goes for the sweep, just will be a single. And also on this day, on 2000, the first resident crew, including 1 American and 2 Russians, arrived at the International Space Station. Just some things that happened on this day back in time. Got it completely wrong. Well, that's why sometimes it's good to take the gloves off. And he does take the glove off, but it makes no difference. Still sticks in the inner, but it needed to be thrown to the bowler's end. Real mix up there between the batters. James was running, Rimmer wasn't. Rimmer just didn't get his footwork right on that occasion. I think it was there for the hit. Again, reaching for this one. That's why he doesn't get out in the middle of the bat. Taking a single, but Rimmer, he started well with playing outside the off and straight down the ground, but he's going back to his bad habits and trying to work everything to the leg side. Over is called by Braithwaite. 50 comes off that one for the 52 for one. That rounds on course to get to that 100 mark, but I think once again they know that they'll be looking to just accelerate a little. They only have lost just the one wicket, so they've really got to be aiming for that 120 mark here. Good over though from Hassan Subtain. Good start from him. Just the 5 runs. Yeah, well, that's a bit of a nasty one. Where's this caught him? Yeah, well, that's why it's always nice. I know that we've seen some players that have done away with the helmet. Don't know if we get a chance to see this again, but it's pretty nasty. And John Braithwaite and Naveed, I think he's going off here. Rimmer, do we have that again, folks? Where he's, let's have a. It's a bit of a nasty one, and I think he just wants, have a look at that. That's, oh dear. Now, looks like that's swelling up pretty quickly, and that's why I think he's quite rightly. I don't know whether it was the umpires that have decided for him, or he decided himself that he needs to go off here and get that looked at. And yeah, you can see there that looks doesn't look good. That's why we touched on the fact that some of the batters we've seen today have decided to remove the lid, not necessarily to just the slower bowlers. And we don't seem to have a replay of that. If we did, I'd like to see exactly what happened, because he did have the lid, so I don't know how. I mean, it must have. I wonder if that lid wasn't secured on. Now you can see there another batter coming out there, but the helmet's put on there, but it's not strapped on. Maybe that's what the issue was there. But yeah, I know that few people. Oh, it looks like he is strapping it on now. That's good. But, this is Numan Abid. Who's been given an opportunity coming out here, number 4. So, yeah, retired, hurt. But yeah, I think you know my views on it with the helmet. It's no point taking a risk. Taking a risk. Here's the batter. It's just going to drop short of the fielder. Once again, I think if you're alert and you're on that boundary, I think you have to get there. Maybe that's not been picked up straight away. It will be a single. So Newman getting off the mark straight away. Yeah, Lee was an 18, retired hurt, so he. Well, it says retired out on the score sheet, but I'm pretty sure that he not retired out, retired hurt, could come back. Hope he's okay. I think I could see that the ice pack was taken out to him straight away to get some ice on that. But yeah, I know that in European cricket net where helmets have to be worn, they're mandatory. That's why a few people were surprised when they saw in that first match some of the batters opted not to wear lids. Of course, a different competition, and of course here in Spain they don't have that. In these Spanish national finals, they don't have that ruling. It's up to each individual. It's that one's shorter delivery. And it seems to bowl well, hasn't he? His first over just went for 9, and he's only given away just 1 run so far here, getting that extra bounce. Well, if some people were wondering Where's Corey at? I think we had a good shot of Corey there, sat in the sunshine, watching some of the cricket. Well, that one's been hit beautifully. That's gone a long, long way. And it just misses going into the pond. And there's the signal for 6 from umpire Naveed. He goes all the way down, and it's a little bit of, as he goes upwards and stretches those arms. 6 runs, good hit, solid strike. Kind of ruins what looked like was going to be a very good over there from Nazim. Solid strike. And finishes with 6. Just waiting for the scores to update, actually. Just the scores a little bit behind. I think that's with that retirement out. We'll get that updated and you'll see those scores pretty soon up there. But I feel that probably we're on about 66 now with that Maximo. 66 with... I think it's 1 down. I think Lee Rimmer's retired out. Now, whether he will come back or not, we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, Dave pointing out that Pakakir, there was 2 batters there that chose not to wear a lid. And Dave also pointing out that, of course, big match happening elsewhere today as well, where we have the women's final. And India are going to have a bat first. Thanks for that update, Dave. Paul asking if there's more cricket in the coming weeks. I know that Cricket España will, I believe they're playing Croatia in December, but I don't know if that's going to be streamed. We'll try and find out. Does this get anything on the way through? It's swung and missed at it. Might have just got a bit of the pad. This is Praveen doing a little bit of bowling. Side Praveen. High, and that will go all the way. Bowle, Guinness on a Shaka Lugger. Well, Bales has gone out, and he ain't messing around, is he, Steve Bales? Steve Bales listed to be the wicketkeeper in this match as well. Gets another biggie away. Gets hold of that nicely. Boom! Shaka Lugger. That's what you need at this stage. It's one thing that we haven't seen too many teams really hit off in the second part of their innings as yet. That's exactly what Costa del Sol are looking to do here. And he hits that firmly, and he hits it hard. And mind you, I think that's Naeem that's there, actually. I don't think that's Bales. I think they've got this the wrong way around, if I'm right. It's another one that's been hit. Where's this one going? Gone! Shaba, kinna sona, shaka lag gaya. Oh, mundio. No, we had to there, though. Lama pੈ gaya. Gir gaya. Well, he tried, a good try. Kafi cautious, kitty feeling there, but shaka lag gaya. That's been absolutely walloped. Yeah, I'm not sure they've got the right batter down here. And if you're going by what I've got on my sheet, I've got this as a Numan Abid who's hitting these. And you want to get this right. You don't want his boundaries going to anybody else. Mind you, might not mind now if this is taken. It will be taken. And nicely taken as well. We saw the fielder in the wars a little bit later on when he had one absolutely smashed at him. But Bartram makes no mistakes holding on to this one. And that is going to be the end of, quite a fiery and explosive little innings. It comes to an end. Yeah, listed as... I don't think this is Bales. I'm absolutely confident it's not. I think the scorers have got this wrong. I think that's Numan Abid, who's now making his way out. But he hit the ball well, and he scored some healthy runs. 13 off just the 5 balls before he gets out, including those 2 towering sixes. So... does the right thing. The unlucky 13 there for Newman. But simple catch taken in the end there from Bajwa. Holds on to the catch. The wicket does get taken there by Praveen as well. And effects are pushed out. If it's fielded quickly, it could be trouble. And a bit of yes, no. A bit of argy-bargy between the two. Had to make up their minds there in the end. James went and came back. Henshaw, Dylan is the new batter. End of the over, Praveen does go for a few, but he ends up with a wicket. 1 for 18 from him. So Praveen completes that, the 7th over. 72. 2 wickets down. There's takes the wicket there off a bit, but well done to Numan a bit. I think he does the right thing, goes out there, has a hit, scores runs pretty quickly. So Dylan at the non-striker's hand. That's hit well. That's going to take some stopping. And 4 runs. As soon as that was hit, it was sweet out of the middle. I like to say sweeter than a bowl of gulab jamun. It definitely was as that races across. It's a lovely outfield here at Sporting Outfast. 4 runs straight away. Bit over pitched from Khan. High, and this one is going to land up pretty close to me, just in front. 6 more. Arriva, Ginna Sona. I like this from Costa del Sol. Yeah, definitely trying to muscle in now the last few overs here and go big. You don't have to worry about the wickets. You've got plenty of wickets in hand. Got to go out there and trying to hit every ball to the boundary. Can't. Been taken to the cleaners at the moment. That's well struck as well. Phil's got work to do here. Can he get there? No, he can't. Shabazz can't. Well, there's no Shabazz from the fielder, but it's Shabazz from the batter. As cuatro carreras más. It's a good start to this over. Can't. Well, can't. Getting a little bit of carnage. That's for sure. There's Shabazz. He's saying, nothing I could do about that. Well, a little bit too short is the bowler Rizwan. And James been there a while, but now he's decided it's time to go for it. This one probably just going to be out of, well, I was going to say probably just going to be out of the reach of Bajwa, but he does very well to get there. And having done so, he'll be disappointed that he doesn't hold on to the catch. So James, after muscling the ball to the boundary on a few occasions, gets dropped there. That could be an important drop. Dropped on 26. And this one is, well, there you go. This is where the local rules come in. In fact, that's going to be 4 runs because it hits the tree. That's just inside the boundary, hits the top of the tree. That will be 4. The batter will feel aggrieved, will feel, well, that should have been 6. It was going over the line, but as soon as the ball hits the tree, it will always be only 4. Now, we saw that a couple of times yesterday. Now, this one should be stopped. The batter's quite content to take the single. Very good over. That has turned out to be for Costa del Sol. 20 coming off that one from Rizwan Khan. 20, which accelerates the score into the nights now. 92 for 2. I know you see 3 on the graphics there, but I feel Lee Rimmer retired hurt, not retired out. So technically not out. 2 overs to go. Let's see if they can get to that 120. That's what they'll be eyeing up here. Looks like they're going to try it. New bowler here. He's marking up his run up. Has a little practice run. And this is Jonathan Peters. I haven't seen Peters with the ball. And he's going to start with one that's down the leg side. He gets away with that, but he's going to find now James going on strike, who seems to have found his touch. Eyeing up that leg side boundary. Standard field, 3 on the leg side, 2 on the off, on the boundary. Oh, well, now then. I get the feeling that's probably, a wide, and also the one for the over. Bangs it into the deck, flies over the head of the batter. And a wide ball signal. It's you see there in the background, Corey, he sat there with, I think that's Christian, Spanish national team captain, and also, he's not been captaining Sporting Alfas in this one. Of course, Jake Sunderland's been the captain, but he'll be pretty key in the final later, I think, Christian Munoz. And, maybe chatting about some of those events coming up. As I mentioned, Spain will be hosting Croatia in La Manga. And, I believe that Malanga's got some new, fresh facilities there. I'll be keen to check those out. Oh, that's a good take from the keeper, isn't it? Very good take. Fires it down the leg side. Thomas Harder there behind the stumps. Sharp reflexes. That's better areas if you can get that ball there or thereabout. It's going to be pretty tidy and maybe pretty successful as well. Yeah, some of those seagulls coming over to the pond to have a bit of a dip and a bit of water. It is a warm day, you know. Struck firmly and well handled by the fielder out here on the boundary. It's a good job. Batters do well as well. Good running. Ben Vickers. Good bit of tidy fielding from Ben. Deals with the awkward bounce really well there on the boundary at long on. Now this one is one bounce to the fielder. There's Shabazz out there. Didn't have to run for that one, so he makes the tidy stop. It's not the worst of overs so far, this from Jonathan Peters. His couple went a little bit astray, but when he gets it right, he's pretty handy. It's up in the air. Should be another catch. It will be. The second to Bartois. Well held. And we'll finish with a wicket. And that's going to be the end of another. Nice catch. Nicely taken. Remember that Muhammad Ali Bartois, Begum, had a difficult one first up earlier when one was crunched at him. It was absolutely travelling. His hands were stinging at the time, but he's recovered and he's held on to a good one. That's important wicket to get, and a good wicket because James is going well. A good little innings from James, 28 of 18. Bartois taking his second catch, and Jonathan rewarded with a wicket as the over also comes to an end with 99 for 3 going into now the last over. Oh, that's a horrible delivery, and that could go all the way. This could be a minimal as the ball is stopped by the cricketer Spanier banners there that are glistening quite beautifully in the sunshine. Not a good start, that, as this is Vickers with the ball. And well, that 5 brings the 100 up. Now this is short. Missed out by Kuma, who's on strike here. So Costa del Sol also have changed the batting order slightly. We haven't seen Burns. We haven't seen neither of the Nayaks. That's going to give 4 runs. Good alertness from the batter. He saw that this was also going to be a wide, but he got himself in a very good position to be able to put it away. So nice shot. And that is actually Dylan Henshaw. That is on strike. Kuma's at the non-striker's end. And it's quite easy to know who's who. Kuma wearing the white pads. And I don't even think it's Kuma, actually. I think that is Bales. We had Bales listed as batted earlier. It wasn't Bales. Scores have just got a little bit confused here. It was Numan Abid that made that 13 off 5, coming in at number 4. This, I believe, at the non-striker's end, is Steve Bales. Oh, that's probably well. If he was able to, it was a spicy one to take actually from Vickers by Thomas. But if he had taken the barrels off here, look, trying to get funky, there was the opportunity to remove Dylan there. He just gets his bat down in time. Right, gets hold of this. It's up in the air. Fielder getting underneath it. Can't get to it. Batter should be looking to come back for two. They will do. Sunny Singh comes across and just loops the ball back to Ben Vickers. A couple of valuable runs. All these runs, important runs at the end of the innings. Looks like they're going to fall short of the 120. That's hit well. That's going to the boundary. It's clobbered away. Cuatro carreras. And it will fall short of the 120. But 114 is what it will finish at. As Henshaw gets that one away. 114. So just short of what I would say is that par score. The Costa del Sol will feel pretty comfortable with that score. Mallorca, of course, they have struggled with the bat in the two matches that they've played so far. Chasing, they made 70 when they were trying to get to that 133, and batting first, just the 55 against a very strong Sporting Alpha. So it's going to be a real test this for Mallorca. So Costa del Sol have put themselves in a good position to register their first win in the Spanish and national finals. And quick look at that scorecard. First of all, let's hope that Lee Rimmer is okay. He took a nasty one, the side of the cheek. That was swelling up pretty quickly. That's why he was retired out for 18 or 13. But before then, it was a very good, a solid display of stroke play from Akshay Rathore, who made a quick-fire 26 of 11. Andrew James then came out and scored a fine 28. Took him a while to get going, but when he started clubbing it, he hit it good. And then everybody else did join in. Newman Abid scoring 13 of 5, hitting two big towering sixes. And then Dylan Henshaw there at the end, 18 not out of 13. So a good finish there, 52. They got off the first 5, and they go past that in the second. So well done to Costa del Sol. So time to take an innings break. Just remind you that Mallorca will be going out there in about 10 minutes time, needing 115 off their 10 overs need to go at just over 11 and over. I'm Rico Full. You're enjoying the action here at Sporting Alfaz in Spain, sunny Spain in Alfaz the P. Join us back in around 10 minutes time. hands to it, stops it going to the boundary, I guess. It slows it down, but it's still not a good delivery here. 10 off the over. And a few more here as well, but that seems to be going to the fielder. No mistakes. Now, there it kind of gets underarmed bat, which I'm a bit surprised at. Underarmed to Munav. Over comes to an end. And once again, apologies that we haven't got no graphics on the display at the moment on your screens. But I can tell you that's 11 coming off the first. Over. I'll give you how that over went. If you go by over, that went a single, one no ball, another no ball, single dot, 3 wides, and a single. It was a long one. It does come to an end. 104 runs still needed. Strike rate staying around that 11 mark, so they've got the 11 off the first. That's what you've got to be looking to keep going at. Mallorca here. This is Rajesh Kumar, and that's going to be a long chase for the fielder. I don't think anybody's going to get there. You don't know the square leg, the sides. It's not one for him, and in the end, it's the short find that has to go all the way and find this in the long grass under one of the palm trees located in that part of the ground. It's a bit of a long hop first up from Kumar. 4 runs from Mallorca, so made a bit of a change here. I know there was the change there in the batting order. We didn't see Burns, we didn't see Samir, we didn't see Munav. It's not going to go to hand. They haven't got an orthodox square leg. Munav Naik, who's at square, has been pushed onto the boundary. And he's one of the 2 players out at the moment. Square leg and mid wicket are both back on the leg side. That's a better delivery. Good take from Steve Bales. Now, yep, you know, I'm waiting for it. Bales takes the Bales. A few people saying there's a little bit of buffering, Dave and Christopher Ward and Paolo. We'll pass that on. I mean, there could be a few issues at the moment, which would explain why we don't have the graphics. So I know that the production can hear me. Maybe you can have a look at that, folks. A little bit of buffering coming through to some of the viewers. Let's see if we can check out what that is and sort that out. Thanks for letting us know. And maybe we are sorted now because, well, the scores come back. Well, what you can do is add another 4 to that as this one gently makes its way to where Pakai Care are situated at the moment. Of course, getting ready for the final, which will be starting in about an hour's time. Pakai Care taking on Sporting Alfest. Pakai Care, of course, did lose to Sporting Alfest in the first match. Lost badly as well. After restricting Sporting Alfest to 92. Sporting Alfest restricted them to 65 for 9. Looking to play this one out aggressively on the offside. Swings and misses. The over comes to an end, but going well. Going at the rate that they need to at the moment. 21 without loss. 10 off the over from Kumar. But you just get the feeling that Costa del Sol, as they do go back here to... No, they don't. Looks like there's a bit of a change. I think this is Numan Abid, who was listed when he was batting. As somebody completely different. But let's see if they get his name right when he's got the ball here. Oh, well, that I think is going to be more extras. Yeah, it is. It's another Minimo. And Steve Bales might want to rethink about standing up, as that one's been fired aggressively down the leg side, and if you're standing up, you've got no chance. I think the issue here was that it was pretty well camouflaged there also by the batter, and Nazim kind of stood in the way of it and moved out of the way at the last moment. Didn't give the keeper any chance. It's a bit of bat onto this. Manav, who has been brought up into the ring, makes a stop. Newman, the bid. That's worked away beautifully. He's picked this up gloriously. He's anticipated well and whips it from around about off stump over square leg for a big 6. Seis carreras and a new ball, please. I think that one has ended up in the lake because the two fielders on the boundary have looked at the umpire and saying, that one ain't coming back. That's one for the Ducks to play with later. Oh, that's a fantastic stop. It really is. That was going to be another minimo. It really was. Steve Bells makes a superb stop here. It's another one that's been fired down the leg side. Have a look at this. That's quite magnificent. Brilliant save. Newman Abid making the keeper work overtime. And Ernie's keep. Excellent stop. That's the better side of John Braithwaite. He'll thank me for that later. Not good for my knees, Braithwaite will say. Let's play towards the field. A good pick up. Nicely done there by Andrew James. Had a good innings from him. 28 of 18. Just to remind everyone, the big one, match number 7, the final. Starting an hour from now, 2 o'clock local time. Home side, Sporting Halifax, there's another one. Is going to make its way to the boundary. 5 more, another minimo. Costa del Sol, they've put the runs on the board, but they're certainly giving a lot away as well. The extra count at the moment is horrendous. I'll make that probably 16 now. I'll have a chat for you a bit later as somebody's lunch has arrived. Where's it gone? Where's my sarnie? I thought there was a sarnie in there. Johnny put that in his pocket. Just pushes at this. We'll take the single. This is... Oh, well, I'll take the single. They could come back for a second. Probably not worth it. I was just about to say this is going incredibly well at the moment for Mallorca. They can't probably believe it. That's 11 extras. I was a little bit ahead of myself. Unless they haven't been put up yet. I'll check at the end of the over. This gets played away. It just will go as far as Andrew James. He'll make the stop. So Newman. Let's have a look actually, see if those extras. It's been updated. 17 extras already. And well, that's going to go all the way. That's a beautiful pickup. Lovely jubbly. Kidna Sona. Shaka Lagia. Seis carreras más. And, well, these two are going great guns at the moment. And Costa del Sol, it's one thing making changes and giving some opportunities, but not to the extent where you want to throw away the match. And they're in danger of that because Mallorca is probably one of the better power plays that we've had in this National Finals weekend. That's 49 off the power play. And that one, for some reason, they keep confusing Newman Abid with Steve Bales. Well, Steve Bales is not going to thank the scorers. First, well, he probably wants to thank them for the runs because He was given 13 runs of 6 balls and 2 big sixes, but he ain't going to thank him for that over, which has gone for 28 by my calculations. And Steve Bales, sorry mate, I'm trying to help you out. I'm saying it's not you, it is Numanabid. The scorers, for some reason, well, maybe they haven't got their binoculars with them today, are not quite seeing things the way I am. Anyway, here's Lorne Burns. And now maybe Costa del Sol will take this seriously. Both batters, Nazim and especially Jonathan Peters, have made a good start. That's played nicely. Should just be a single. Fielder comes across. They're thinking about a second, in fact. Here comes the throw, and they will get there. Good running. This is all about backing yourself as soon as the ball is hit and saying, yep, we're going for 2. And they take it and they make it. So 50 comes up now, 52. Without loss, Mallorca CC. It's a nice little moment there. It's the wicket-keeper, who is Steve Bales. So that's another reason Steve Bales can't be keeping and also be bowling. Scorers, come on now. Yeah, Steve Bales is behind the stumps. Lorne has the knack of picking up wickets, and they do need to pick up a few wickets here. Short one. Short and just inside that line. Nazim looking to get after it, but that little bit of extra bounce sees the ball go over the bat. Just see what they've taken this rate down to. Taking it down to under 10. Bobbles away. Good bit of work done once again there by James. And the batters kind of trying to put him off by saying 2. Andrew James stays focused, stays switched on. Just that short of a length delivery with very little pace on it. Gets the batters playing very early. Played and missed. Looking to finish the over well here, Burns. Gets played out. And the fielder, I think, was in 2 minds here. That's going to... he gets it flicked back. Doesn't go to the boundary, but he was... Thought it was just going to be a single. Looked like it was going straight to him. And then fielder kind of decided that he was going to try and run after it. And that was a mistake. And batters will take the couple. Burns, his first over, goes for 6. Bit more like it after the one from Abid went for 28. 55. Without loss after 4 at this point. Costa del Sol were themselves on 47. They made 52 in the 5 overs and 62 in the second 5. So they got the acceleration in. As Samir Naik will now bowl the 5th over. They've got plenty of spin options. Samir, tosses it up, but that's been clobbered pretty well. Sells over the head of his son on the boundary. Manav Naik, 6 runs, solid strike. Well, Nazim gets hold of that one. It was a gentle floated delivery, and it was right in the hit me zone, and it gets clobbered. Nazim gets it away. Well, that's Jonty at the other end. He liked that one. Slightly shorter. Well, that's quite an amazing hit, actually. He was in no position to be playing this shot. He was at a risk of perhaps being stumped, so he had to go for it. He made up his mind. He committed to it. Then he's reaching at it. And how on earth has he got... Have a look at this. Look how far away this is from him. But yet he's managed to get plenty of power in it. Now that's pure muscle power. Back-to-back 6s. And really good hitting. Oh, we keep seeing Jonty. It's not Jonty doing the hitting, it's the batter at the other end. The cameraman is focusing on Jonty. Jonty's just watching at the other end. It's at Nazim. There he is. Nazim. Slightly quicker one this time from Samir. Samir looks like a man, the bowler. I wonder if we can see Samir here. Yeah, there he is. Looks like a man who's been 10 rounds with Mike Tyson. I spoke to him a bit earlier. He said he was one who was not meant to be playing, but because of a few last-minute dropouts for Costa del Sol, he ends up playing, and he looks like he's done for. And that one's hit down the ground fairly solidly. Should just be a single. A little shake of the head there, saying, "Nah, I." Maybe a couple of years ago I may have stopped that or caught it, but not this time. Well, they're getting what they need and over. They've taken it down to under 9 and over now. That's stroked away nicely. Don't have to do anything crazy here, Mallorca. Wanting to, and we'll get to good running, good calling. Nice to see two batters out there supporting each other well and being well applauded by the Mallorca bench. That's going to be a wicket. Samir Nayak. I think either way it was probably going to be a wicket. This time Nazim does come down the track, but on this occasion, unlike earlier in the over, he's not able to get enough bat on it. Gets a little feather. Catch is taken there behind the stance by Bales. And that will be the end of Nazim. But he's done his job, hasn't he? He was, at one point, Peters was in the 20s and Nazim was just on 7. But after some big hits, he's now, as he makes his way out, he almost overtakes Peters. Peters on 28, and Nazim will go with 25 for 70. 2 big sixes there. Well done, he does his job. He gives Mallorca the perfect start. 71 without loss. Now this is going to be interesting. I'm looking to see who they're going to put down as caught here, because they've already got Steve Bales down as bowled and over. They've messed up Bales and Numan Abid. So I'm waiting to see who they're going to put down as having caught that. Maybe this is when the scorers will say, "Uh-oh, I think we've made a bit of a boo-boo here." And, well, they have made it. Now they've got Nazimus retired out. Oh, dear. It's all gone a bit pear-shaped with the scorers. He's not retired out. Ignore the scorecard. He's been caught by Bales. Well, they go back to a bit of seam. It's Nikes over there went for 16. Did take a wicket, but still, Mallorca in a very good position here. This is Henshaw, Dylan. Bowling. Well then. Now, probably a dead ball here. Yeah, that's the right call. It goes backwards. It comes right out of the hand. Well, I can smile about it now. No damage done. It happens. Happens to the best of us. And Henshaw having a laugh about that. New batter, by the way, that's come out there is Ben Vickers. That's hit quite nicely. I suppose the other thing about Mohammed Nazim being put down as good running once again has been put down as retired out. It means that poor Samir Nayak doesn't get a wicket. Samir is right in front of me. Samir, sorry, Mohammed Nazim retired out, 25. Unlucky chap, unlucky. That sort of sums up your day, really, doesn't it? Samir, right in front of me. He's looking at me now saying, "What are you talking about?" I'll tell you, Samir, it says Mohammed Nazim retired out, 25 of 70. So Samir saying he's been robbed of a wicket. I'm sure we'll get that sorted out a bit later as that gets played for just a single. So trying to get themselves back in this. Costa del Sol. Mallorca, you'd have to say it's theirs to lose from here, wouldn't you? Bells have come off their rails. Well, yeah, that's for sure. That's a no ball signal here now. I think this is a foot fault. The umpire, Naveed Bhatt, very quick to say foot fault. And there's the free hit signal. Wonder if that's one for the over as well. I haven't seen that. But free hit coming up here. In the air, won't be out, remember. Got to run, it's a free hit. And the batter could be run out here. Oh, well. And now they're going to get two. It's all happening. It's all happening. It's all happening. Well, Jonathan Peters, he's having a word with Vickers and saying, hey, what are you doing? I mean, Ben Vickers gets the luck of being caught in a free hit, but then I think he's forgotten. And if the throw was better and the bails were taken off at the bowler's end, he would have been gone. But instead, he comes back for a second. It's another no ball. Once again, another foot fault. So Dylan Henshaw, who started the over well, is now overstepping. Umpire is on it. Free hit to come. Well, Vickers, he already got lucky once. And this time, it's an acrobatic take. Probably will be a bye here. Let's see what's signalled by the umpire. And, well, he's obviously got something on this. No, I can't see the umpire now. I think he got something on that. So it ends up being a tremendous save. The over does come to an end. And after all that, I suppose it's not the worst. We're just waiting for these scores to be updated. 78. So, despite all of that, well, hang on, I don't think that 78 is correct. Wait, I think probably that takes it to 79. Yeah, 79 for one. So, despite all of that, it wasn't the worst of overs, even with all those extra deliveries. 37 required. Just under that 9 and over. Mallorca looking to register a win here. First time, of course, playing here at Sporting Alfest. That'll certainly be a good way for them to finish this weekend. Spanish National Finals. Of course, these two teams, after the two defeats that they both suffered yesterday at the hands of Sporting Alfest and Pakakir, they're just playing for the wooden spoon here, really. That's hit well, but the fielder should take the catch and will take a comfortable catch. It's well taken. Ben Vickers, who did capitalise on being called of a free hit and got 2 runs, well, it will only just stay just as the 2 as he has to make his way back. So another breakthrough. Catch taken there by Dylan Henshaw. And as that wicket goes down, I think Jonathan Peters taking the opportunity to take on some fluid. He's been out there a while, 31 of the 18 balls that he's faced, and it is warm out there. It's a nice catch taken by Dylan. Made it look easy. So Ben Vickers does depart, and it's Gurdeep Singh, also known as Sonny, who comes out. And Gregory, nice start from him, picks up the wicket, and yeah, good change up this. I like this. Left armour coming in, and when the left armers get it right, left arm over going right across the right handers to make it difficult. I wonder if the third is in the right place here with the angle being bowled here by Gregory. Probably need him to be perhaps just a little bit wider. And that one will be wide this time, says John Braithwaite. So yeah, this time it is. Still like what Gregory's trying to do here. I think you much rather miss that line by a fraction that bowl. The leg side up in the air. Can anybody get there? No. They come charging in. Manav Naik is the first to get there. He's still got to turn his arm over. Pretty sure that they'll go to him soon. You've still got Burns, of course, to come back for one as well. Here's Gregory. That's going to be too wide on this occasion. It's an easy call for the umpire. Hasn't got this out of the middle. Manav Naik holds on to the catch, no doubt. And that's a big wicket. Jonathan Peters, who's kept this innings alive and kept them in front in this run chase, now departs. That could change everything. Peters goes for 31 of 19. And Manav once again makes the catch look easy, the same way that Bowles and Dillon did, and rewards Gregory with a second wicket. So Gregory, just the 3 runs, 2 wickets. This over could be game-changing. Could be game-changing, and all of a sudden you just feel that Costa del Sol, after probably being way behind in the first 5 overs, might feel that they've got themselves back in this match. 33 required. The rate now does push back up to over 10 and over. That's played away beautifully. Fielder comes across, makes a stop. The batter's quite happy just to stay at 1. This is Shahbaz Begum. Has gone out there to join Singh. Great over though from Gregory. That could be the one that gets Costa del Sol back in this. 3 overs to go. Just under it. So back to me, more or less where it was at the beginning. After scoring 71 in the first 5. Things have started to slow down. That over, just the 4 runs from it, 2 wickets falling in there. So the next 2 overs have gone 8 and 4, and they do go to Manav Naik. And that one goes straight through. Adjusted his line well as the young bowler, Manav. First time we saw him bowl, he was a little bit too leg-sided for me, but he's getting this ball outside the off. He bowled very well in the second match yesterday. It's up in the air, but he's got plenty of that. It's a good hit from Shahbaz. Well, Shahbaz from Shahbaz gives himself a little bit of room. It was a little bit short, and we know that the shorter balls can bounce up to a good height, and that's been hit pretty well. No fielder. Now they're making a slight change here, and moving the cover sweeper to extra cover. And that's hit pretty well as well. Bolle, bolle, bolle. Ginna sona shaka lagya. Well, 4 and 6 looking pretty slick here. And dekh bada sona shot marya. Shabas. Apne Shabas ne kar dita. 6 more. And just like that, just when you thought Costa del Sol with that over from Gregory had got themselves back in the match, after 2 hits there from Shahbaz, things have all changed. Slightly slower delivery this time from Manav. Shahbaz keeps his foot in the crease. 93 for 3. Couple still to go in this. The 8th over. It's short, hit firmly. The change in the field works well here, just a single. Just a reminder, build up to the final starting about 35 minutes from now. It's another short one outside the off. This time it's been missed out on by Singh. End of that over. Getting exactly what they needed from it, 11. This one could be getting to the wire, you know. 94. 3 down. Didn't quite go to plan there, but got a couple of valuable dot balls in there, did Manav. And I liking that from Dave. I did mention earlier that it was international, or not international actually, World Ballet Day. And yeah, Dave, good on you. He says, forget the ballet, let's go for ballet. Well, this ain't going to be ballet unless it's going to be a ballerina catch. Well, not quite a ballerina catch, but safe hands. Another wicket goes as this contest. It's a bit like a roller coaster, goes up and down. And just when, after those good hits from Shabazz, he puts them in a good position. And Samir Naik holds on to a catch as another wicket goes down. And it's, well, the end of the fireworks from Shabazz. Does his job, though, you have to say. Scores 12 in just 7 deliveries. Samir takes the catch. Gregory picks up his 3rd wicket. Well, he's on for a player of the match performance here. And Gregory alone at the moment is keeping Costa del Sol in this contest. As Bajwa comes out next. Bajwa Begum joins Gurdeep Singh. The crucial time, Gregory. Well, taking on the run, and they will get their singles. Probably not a major concern for Costa del Sol. They don't mind the singles, not with that the way it stands at the moment, needing to go at basically back to where it started here for Mallorca. Mallorca, I said at one point, is theirs to lose. And that one will be another. Yes, it will. Falling like flies here. Gurdeep Singh. It's time for him now to depart. So Gregory picks up another, and that's 4 wickets for Gregory. Well, we've already seen a hat-trick on day 2 of the Spanish national finals. And, well, are we going to see a 5-wicket haul? That's 4 now. Are we going to see a Michelle Pfeiffer from Gregory? Well, Steve Gregory still got 3 balls to bowl in his 2nd over. And he has taken 4 wickets. Just conceded 5 runs. Mallorca 95 for 5. As Wesley Walker goes out to the middle. Wesley did show us yesterday that he can bat. Made a fine 22 of 22. Up against Gregory, who's got a 4-for. Gets another one through. Left armour, he's just got the ball in the right areas, hasn't he? Yeah, Wesley Walker yesterday, 22 for 22, and also 16 of 13. Well, swinging and missing here at the moment. I think you've got to be thinking of at least getting bat on ball. You don't want to be dotting up. So just like that, Mallorca, who, don't forget, was 71 for 1 at the halfway point. And now in danger of throwing it all away. And this one is just not going to carry to Burns. And they're thinking of the second, they're taking it on, and Burns, got to say, he's a little bit sloppy here. needed to get that ball in quickly, and I think the batters saw that he wasn't trying. And they take 2. That's going to be the end of the over. Gregory, fantastic spell from him. 4 for 7. 97 becomes 99 for 5. 2 wickets again in that over from Gregory. So we go to the last, and 18 required from it. Well, Mallorca, for the bulk of this match, were in command. They were in the driving seat. We just thought and felt that with that wicket going down of Jonathan, that things could change. Nazim at the top of the order gave them a great start, 25 for 17. Jonathan Peters kept him in it. But as soon as he fell away, Costa del Sol, probably don't know how themselves, got themselves back in the match. So, last over coming up here to be bowled by Scott. And dot ball first up. That's not what you need. I think it's the first time that we've seen Scott with the ball as well. This is James Scott. And, well, they're asking, I think he's gone here. Yeah. And Scott's going to pick up a wicket. Bales does the job. Bales removes the bails. Just like that, James Scott has got a wicket. Well done, sir, say his teammates. And Costa del Sol surely now they've pulled this one out of the bag, and Mallorca have found, as I said at the time, found a way to lose a match that they were in full control of. So another wicket goes. Sadiq is going to be the next batter to come out. You know what I'm looking at. I'm interested to see what they put this down at. The wicket. There's a new batter making his way out there. The man who's got all the zeros on his back goes out there. It's another dot. How about this for a final over? He's picked up a wicket and he's just dotting up. Well, where have they been hiding Scott here? Where have they been hiding him? And that's another. Would you believe it? It's the second wicket. No runs off the over. 2 for 0. Just full and straight. And, well, now we know why there are the 2 zeros on the back of Sadiq. Because kind of is what he scores to the bat. Sadiq will go without scoring. Going to be cleaned up there by Scott. Scott picks up another wicket. And Mallorca, they're going to be very disappointed here, aren't they? Good news is that Bales does finally get his thumping. Nazim, though, still shows us retired out, so Samir won't get his wicket, but at least Scott gets his. Doesn't get the one, gets the second as well. Not only did he get the wicket there of Begum, he's picked up another. Wesley Walker at the other end, just watching it all happen. And, well, he lets himself down there a little bit. That's the first runs of Scott's over. Now Mallorca were so close to registering a victory, but it will be Costa del Sol. You feel at the end it's going to get there. Asking the question and gone. Well, he's going to be another one. It's the third wicket in the over for Scott. He can't believe it. Well, neither can anyone else. He's by the way, it's worth noting, I'm just going to double check this. I reckon they're using a ninth bowler as well. Now, I'm just going to check this here. Yeah, the ninth bowler, James Scott, bowling. He's bowled 5 deliveries. He's given away just 1 run with a wide, and he has taken 3 wickets. So, 9 bowlers used by Costa del Sol as the next batter goes out there, and it's harder. Just got a ball to face. Scott, the demon bowler. And it's up in the air. Will it be another? Not quite. Almost a fourfer. It'll be a legitimate run off the over. It's going to be the end of the contest. Mallorca, they will finish with 99. That means a victory for Costa del Sol. One that you never saw coming. Just remember, there were 71 for 1 at the end of that 5th over that went for 16 off Samir. And then it became 79 for 1. And then that was the end of the 6th over. And then in the next 4 overs, only 20 runs being scored. And 7 wickets would fall. So Costa del Sol, they get the victory. And they will go back the happier of the 2 sides. Has to be said, though, played in the right spirit this match. Playing for the wooden spoon. Both teams did make a number of changes with the batting and the bowlers that were used. And you can probably hear some laughter behind me. Yes, we just saw a bit of a wipeout between the Pakai guys as they were having a little bit of a warm-up. Anyway, we'll have a quick look at the match summary here. And Costa del Sol, well done to them. And 9 bowlers used. How about that? What about some of the bowling figures there? First of all, you've got to say to Gregory, he's got to be the player of the match here, really, hasn't he? Bowled superbly well, picking up those 4 wickets. 4 for 7 and 3 for 2 from James Scott there towards the end. As I said, Mallorca were well on course, 79 for 1. It was at the end of that 6th over, and then in the next 4 just scoring 20 runs and losing 7 wickets. So Costa del Sol will go back to a sunny Andalusia, knowing that they've got 1 win under their belt. I think they will know, and I feel they will feel a little bit disappointed the way things worked out for them this weekend. A lot of things that were not in their control. A few players dropping out the last moment that meant that they were a little bit under strength. But I think also they probably didn't perform to their best, and that's also let them down, especially that match yesterday against Pakai, having restricted Pakai to a score of just 89 and then not getting it themselves, falling 10 runs short. But we'll definitely see them again stronger and better. And likewise with Mallorca, their first taste of things here at Sporting Alfest, and got a lot of young players in there as well. And I'm pretty sure that we will see them again, and we'll see better performances from them. They will have taken, of course, a lot on board with them here. It's an experience. They've now got some of that under their belt, got a little bit of knowledge about what happens and what's required, and they will come back stronger as well. So well done to both teams, the Costa del Sol and Mallorca. Looking forward to seeing them again in the future, and no doubt we will see them around the ground enjoying the final, that final which is scheduled to start, of course, in about 22 minutes time. So it's time for us to take a quick break, and a time for the umpires to go out there and conduct the coin toss. But do join us back for the final, the big one. Who will be crowned the champions of Spain? Will it be the champions from Catalonia, Pakai, or will it be the champions from the centre of Spain, the Sporting Alfaz? That's coming up in around 20 minutes time. Join me, Rica Ford, and the rest of the fans and supporters here at Sporting Alfaz when we return. Hasta pronto, mi familia.